If you guys are still playing FC24 and you want some cheap coins, make sure you check out MMOEXP.com. Their link is down in the description. They're very cheap, they're very reliable, and if you do use my code Rema, it will give you a lovely 5% discount off your order. So what's up guys, it's Ash here and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. In today's video guys, we have my updated 422 custom tactics and player instructions to help you out in FC24. Just before we get into the video guys though, I would appreciate if you could drop a thumbs up. It does really help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Also sub to the channel if you are new so you never miss out on any videos of course, and don't forget to turn on those notifications. And yeah, with all that aside guys, let's get right into the video. Okay then guys, so quickly running through the tactics. For the defensive style, we pop it on balanced as always. Does give us the best control in our defense. When we want to be aggressive and press, we can. When we want to drop off, be more conservative, we can also do that. So I like balanced. For the defensive width, been using it a lot. We have it on 35. Now this is because it gives us a nice narrow and compact defense to block out those attacks through the middle, but we also have decent coverage of the wider areas in case an opponent wants to go down the wing. So it's a really nice reliable width in my opinion. For the depth, I have it on 60 at the moment. This is so we have a decently high defensive line. We just have more control over when we press, because a lot of people like to use 71 depth and 100 depth for that automatic AI press. Me personally, I don't like to use that, but if you want to use that, go right ahead. It doesn't make much of a difference, you know, to the tactics essentially. For the build-up play, we have it on balanced as it does give us the most fluid build-up in my opinion. When used balanced, you can basically pick and choose between each of the build-up styles, you know, whenever you want. So if you want to play slowly 1 minute, you can. When you want to speed up and play a bit quicker, you can also do that. So I like balanced and I think it's the way to go. For the chance creation, direct passing is an absolute must in my opinion. It's the only way to consistently create chances in FC24 because of that park the bus AI. So it's like a very push forward, track back kind of movement where your attackers make runs, defenders follow attackers making the run, and then the attacker then kind of like tracks back once the defender's overcommitted so you can cut back to them. So it does feed into that cut back style of the game, but you pretty much have to do it if you want to win. For the attacking width, I have it on 48, which is just below 50 of course, so it's a bit more narrow than the default. You don't really have to use a specific number. You know, you can use what you want. All you need to know is the lower the width, the more narrow, the higher the width, the wider the attack. So that's pretty much all there is to know. For the players in the box, we have it on 7, as we do with most formations, as it gives us a nice balance of players in the box. We don't overcommit, so if we lose out on possession, we're not pretty much screwed. So I like that, but you can change it. For the corners and the free kicks, at the moment, I'm using 3, kind of alternate between 2 and 3, but it doesn't matter. You can use what you want. Now, for the player instructions, guys, on those 2 strikers, we have them on stay central and get in behind. Stay central is important as it keeps them in the middle. We don't want them drifting out into the wider positions. We have the cams to do that, so we don't need them out there. We want them to be in the middle so that they can be relied upon. So I think stay central is important. We also have them on get in behind to force runs out of them. They can be very static on mixed attack, and I don't really like it in this game. So getting behind is important to force those movements out of the 2 strikers. For the wide cams, guys, we have them on come back and defend and get into the box. For cross, come back and defense makes it defend in a 4-4-2 shape. So these wide cams will come back to sit next to those 2 CDMs to make it a 4-man midfield. So it's really nice and compact where you have the 2 DMs blocking out the middle. And then you have these wide cams posing as right mids and left mids to cover those wider areas. We also have them on getting to the box across so they don't hesitate in getting into the penalty area and helping us out. Now for this left DM, guys, I use a more defensive minded player, so somebody that's just going to stay back in Declan Rice. And on this play we have them on stay back, cut passing lanes and cover centre. Obviously we don't want him flying forward if he's a more defensive DM. Cut passing lanes to intercept those passes and cover centre to primarily cover that middle area as opposed to the wing. Now, moving on to this right DM, guys, we use a more box-to-box style player in Bellingham, somebody that will attack and defend and help us transition from the defense into the attack. So on this player, we leave them on the default settings so that they can do a bit of everything, and then just pop them on cover center as well so that they'll cover that middle area. Moving on to these fullbacks, guys, whichever one is your most attacking one, doesn't matter which. In my case, it's the right back. We pop them on balanced overlap. This is so we can get that extra width in the attack, as the 4-2-2 can be quite narrow. And yeah, so having this player on the overlap does give you that wider option, stretch out the opponent's defense, and I find it to be very useful. For the other fullback, guys, the left back, my more defensive one, we have them on stay back and overlap. So we always have at least 3 defenders back at a time. But when we send them on that run forward, they'll make that overlapping run to add that extra width as well. For the 2 centre backs, backs, of course, we leave them alone, and the keeper, we also leave them alone. But yeah, guys, they're my tactics and instructions for the 4-2-2. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please be sure to drop it a like, sub to the channel if you are new, and yeah, don't forget to turn on notifications. And with all that aside, guys, hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out, guys, and take care.